Me, Ronald and Ronnel Moore. Yes, child, they are both in the room sitting on the couch right
Hello.
about now.
How you doing? Nice. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Just in this thing like a fetus, you know what I'm talking about? It's good that you had us. I appreciate you letting us bless the opportunity that you're giving us because you've been doing your thing from Q93 to here.
I heart all that. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Very thankful for you having us on this platform.
I'm thankful that you guys were able to make it. I was like, okay, I haven't done an interview with you guys. I haven't done an interview with Deontay. So I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to talk with everyone I haven't been able to talk with. And honestly, I heard it's great, but child, I can go in there at 3 a.m. I cannot come in here at 3 a.m.
Don't call me at 3 a.m.
No, it's been a great year. Emmy Awards, and then we're in the Paramount. It's real big to be from Seattle and be doing things like this. I love it, and I'm glad I'll be a part of it. And Converge is home, and it's just, Phil Jackson keeps putting these plays together, man. And,
big old Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson.
Man. Shout out to Phil Jackson in the building, man. Shout out to everybody a part of Converge. The family is amazing. It's all love. Everybody does their thing, man, and brings a different type of swag and sauce to the situation.
Now, real quick, before I start asking you all the city things and being messy, let's get technical. Your show, The Factorz. For anyone that hasn't seen it, tell us a little bit about your show.
It's excuse me, sir. Okay, it's one of the oldest shows on Converge.
Original individuals, okay? Let's just get out of here. Original individuals.
We've been rocking with old for many more years than that, but it's an urban lookout on personal views, political views, local news. We do polls on Facebook where we put up subjects and let people talk about it. So it's kind of more of a interaction between the community and us because we always had ties to community. Matter of fact, shout out to Cool Nuts, not only for getting to the Oregon Hall of Fame, but because my family's also owned a mom and pop store for years.
ARS Records. So he used to come all the time.
Guy Furl Davis. So
he was younger. So
we were able to, see him younger growing up. So it's always been about community and staying connected in any way we can.
I love it. Now, how do people get on your show?
Well, for me and bro, it's kind of like a community thing. It's kind of like having something to offer, not as far as financial or anything. It's about mentally stimulating and also artistically because, what we do is an art expression. So we like to have people on who want to move things, whether it be stuff in the community or it be people doing music, all walks of life. But we have people on that have substance. You got
genuinely,
you got it. We ain't gonna be like, just come on.
Everybody has a story these days, you know, and I'm not knocking it, but we want to get tapped in with the things that are relative to different genres, ages, generations, so businesses. We had co-CEO Mar from Sky Blue on, and he talked about his trials and tribulations with foster homes and different things like that. So just different subjects and matters that, reach different aspects, really.
I love that. Now, speaking of community things, who runs Seattle nightlife these days? And I'm gonna preface it this way: is it local Black Seattle or transplant Black Seattle?
White gentrification Seattle.
I would say gentrification runs nightlife.
Like this is Seattle. This is tech world. This is legal cannabis that they kept Black people out of. But they don't care about nightlife. And that was evident from, we've been in nightlife. So what was the first club that shut down and turned to a church? Like, it's been politics.
Tabellas, was it? So it's been situations where they control the narrative. They like our culture. They enjoy our music. We spend a lot of money. But as far as the people, we've been pushed out. So now it's kind of open in Seattle to where it's a lot of different people doing their thing. But as far as consistency and it's been a run, it hasn't been anyone because a lot of things have turned over. And like you said, the transplants, which they don't like me calling them that, but I'm a Seattleite, so
I can't help it. It's habit. I try not to, but
I offended someone before by saying that, and I'm like, well, I'm from Seattle, and but go ahead.
And I was gonna say, honestly, the Twins still run nightlife because my children are out here now. You know how Gucci Mane had kids all over Atlanta, DJs, artists. I have babies everywhere.
Look,
tell me if I'm lying.
It's a point in time that me and bro was doing this.
People are copying after you guys.
No. Inspiration. I took notes from people.
It's influence. Before us, there was a Soul Gorilla. There was a Vibrant. There was
Love, C-Spot.
So me and Ronnel came in a time where there was nobody doing it. Nobody thought about promoting or hosting events when me and my bro was doing it, and there was a gap in our age range for about 10 years where it was just us. So that's, you know, it's funny saying it, but then also, yeah, you guys had to look and see something to say I could do this or I want to pursue this, because we did the same thing with other people. We had the following, but cultivating into a party event or anything is different, and having the attention and the respect too.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem with a lot of people today. Kudos to you, because you put in the groundwork, the footwork. A lot of people believe followers translate to money, or followers translate to your event going great. You can have 10,000 followers and not 20 people come to your event. You know, you have to be in. I've had great events with thousands. I've had events where nobody come. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But to really be, I feel, embedded in the game, you have to have a connection with the community, with the people. You know what I'm saying? On a molecular level, like closely. You know what I'm saying? Not from afar like everybody else. The internet really made some things great, but also changed some things.
And also, getting back to your question, it's kind of like the venues right now. The venues running nightlife. It's who's letting who do what. It's who accepted of what. You know, so
man, it's politics.
It's politics everywhere. So
it's always been that way, technically.
Now it's a little worse with tech money, with having renovated and newer venues. You know, we get a lot of restaurant by day, club by nights. The places that are considered clubs, we don't have a lot of access to. That's why we talk about the transplants a lot, because they do. And they don't come say, hey, who's from Seattle doing their thing? They're like, hey, I got it. Come see me. Yeah. And there's sometimes it's cool, and sometimes you got to pay homage to what come and who comes before you.
I think the whole culture in Seattle, not even nightlife, is transplants and gentrification and new money coming in. Because there's a club downtown in Pioneer Square where the owner knows nothing about club business. He just bought it because he think it'll be a lucrative business. There's a few dispensaries where the owners are doctors and lawyers. They know nothing about the industry, have no ties to it.
They just have the money to buy it.
Have the money,
exactly.
You know? So it's really who has the money for the real estate. It's all about having spaces. What Y King, shout out to Y King, was talking about spaces. We need our own spaces to create, just like Converge Media, you know.
I love that. Now, you guys, in terms of the spaces that we do have right now, people are always asking me, what do I do on the weekend? I always give out my 2 cents, but where do you guys recommend people go on like a Friday and Saturday whenever they're out here?
I think it depends on the vibes. I think it depends on who you are. There's Latin nights, there's reggaeton nights. It depends on what you want to do. There's comedy shows, you know, from downtown Seattle to Nate Jackson Theater in Tacoma. So I think it depends on who you are. And also people have to be more outgoing. You know, everything's not going to come to you. You might have, you know, there might be a crazy event you don't know about. You might have to look on the internet, classified. You might have to, you know, get into some circles you might not been in, get uncomfortable.
Be uncomfortable. That's what Seattle nightlife has to do. A lot of people have to be uncomfortable to experience different things and see different things. Even with us, we did it for so long to where we get in the groove and like, you know, this is who we're around this. And no, we still got other places to step out into, other places to see. When we think there's nothing going on here Tuesday, there's some down south that's jumping. I literally went to it's called a Martin Canteen, I want to say. It's in Tacoma. Yeah. Marcos Canteen. It's in Tacoma. And they have, I'm talking about, you feel like you're down south. They have a great Taco Tuesday, but it turns into, you know, it turns into a up all night show backyard. So it's very nice. So it's things like that to where you have to step outside your circle and what you're used to, because there's things going on in different places. It's just, if you only know of, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then it's like, okay, you're only going to look for them the nights. But there are different movement going on. There's different clubs going on. So like I said, it's more about who you're moving with and what places are allowing the movement to come through.
Because there's other things to do than clubs as well. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who you are, what you want to do. But there's a lot of things. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I get on Groupon sometimes and just see what there is, because there's stuff you would never know is here. You know, so many people, there's so many things we overlook. Matter of fact, shout out to Taz Petro. He brought Sauce Walker for his birthday. And it was crazy because Sauce Walker was here for like 2 or 3 weeks. And he's an artist from Texas. And he was here doing everything that Washingtonians should do. And everybody's like, he looked like he's having fun. And there were the same people who were like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, everybody's complaining about doing stuff here. You see a celebrity from out of town come have fun. Now you're like, oh, it's so fun. He's having a great time.
I'm like, I live my life just fine out here. You guys just don't know what to do. Like, that's your problem.
For sure.
And they got to come to Besa's Mixers too, because I be in there having so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, see, and that's one thing. Shout out to you for creating.
When they caught that little video of you doing a little hop skip to the Drew Hill.
That went viral. You didn't know that went viral?
I was like, where was I at?
That's viral on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You know, Drew Hill came on, tell me what you want. Everybody started hopping. It was a good moment, but your mixers have been great, and it's been organic. I've met people from Memphis. I met people from different places, so it's connecting dots that need to be connected, because there are Black people who are here who are not from here that want to meet us, that didn't know we even existed. So your mixer is definitely a great, especially on the two. You know, like was it the second week of every month?
It's supposed to be the third Tuesday of every single month.
Oh, you're getting technical.
Well, it's just because that way when people are like, when's the next one? I don't know the date of the month that it's going to be. I just know it's the third Tuesday. Grab your phone. You'll be able to find it. But I need to bring them back, to be honest. I haven't done one in about 2 months. And at this point, I've gotten asked about it so many times that I'm like, okay, I will figure something out for November.
Well, also now you haven't done it in 2 months, but also you've been on go. You've been on a mission. You've been here and there. You've been everywhere. So it's not like you just ain't been doing nothing, you know?
Well, that's fair. I'm glad it's noticed. While I still have you guys here, what is one misconception of each of you?
About ourselves?
Yeah. So, like, what would you say your misconception about yourself is?
From how other people perceive me?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I'm mean.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm not smiling, they say I look like I don't want to be.
I like long walks by the water and reading books underneath a nice shade.
I like poetry. Nah, I think that I look mean. I'm a very, nice person, cool person. I think because when I'm straight faced, people are like, you need to smile more, and I do smile, I laugh, but when they see me, it's like, oh, he's unapproachable, So I think that's one thing, just from appearance. There's other things too, but I think just from appearance and looking at me, that's one.
For me, it would be that people think that me and Ronnie were born famous or rich or something. It's not it. Like, we're just community. We are kids that made a home outside. Unfortunately, not having a tight home base, it created a family outside. So we're studying, and we're a case of blood never being thicker than water. So a lot of people have it confused. You guys know everybody. You got to do this, do that. It's like, no, it's not about what we was born. It's what we created.
We made that happen
out the mud. A lot of people we know and love us, call us family, isn't blood, but it don't make them that we're not family. So that's why I think a lot of people confuse is what they see as far as exciting, popular, or trendy. You don't really know what it took to get there.
Behind it,
the sacrifice behind it. It's a lot of struggle, a lot of pain in becoming what we are.
No, yeah, and not to cut you off, but that also came with the Emmy win, because a lot of people were like, "How'd you guys do it? Or how Converge do it?" And it's like, you don't know. Besa been in the industry for years. Omari was building television stations in
radio stations in Africa. We was doing concerts and parties.
We were models. We were on TV shows. We had a TV show in high school. None of this started out. Proof being on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So everyone asks, I think the perception of that as far as that goes is that there's extra work that goes in behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Simani has been out here since I was tiny. Shouldn't
even been in the club. We was in the club.
So everybody sees C-spot.
Everybody sees,
like
Carlos get love. Oh, basically you're here and there, man. No one knows behind the scenes what it really takes to do this. So yeah.
No, that's facts, because your girl's just finally starting to get a little bit more sleep, but that's gonna stop pretty soon.
I was gonna say that's a wrap.
That ends in a couple days. We'll talk about that in a couple days. But before I let you guys go, will Kanye West recover?
When did he fall off?
I mean, I don't necessarily think that he could be canceled, but
he can't be canceled. I don't think he'll fall off. I mean, this morning they said Adidas cut ties, but Adidas doesn't own Yeezy. They don't own the brand. They don't make the shoe physically. You know what I'm saying? He can go. He was just a few years ago, he was $65 million in debt to $1 or $2 billion. So, first of all, I think people pocket watch too much, but also people don't understand business. You know what I'm saying? How it goes. You can cut ties with everybody, but if you own yourself,
he tricked everybody out of his contract. People don't realize he did that on purpose. He tricked everybody's contract. Everybody departed ways with him without having to pay or anything. He wanted out of Adidas. He wanted out of there's another brand he went out of, but he would have had to pay. It would have been fees and all types of stuff.
See, I'm not even going to hold you. I stopped looking into it because Kanye started making my head hurt. And I was like, you know what? I'll give you the attention that you want. Yeah. And I have other things to do.
Facts.
Can't get Kanye. We're going to handle our business and see if we can check
and you know what? I'll check back in about a month.
Exactly. He'll be all right. He's a billionaire.
Real quick, what's up next?
Factorz TV, of course. We're putting together some events.
It airs on Thursdays night, but we record Wednesdays. So anybody have any questions, it'd be best to hit us up on our socials. Tuesday or Wednesday evening. So by Thursday, when you see it air, you will definitely be able to say, okay, they pay attention and they listen. But I didn't mean to cut you off, but Thursday nights when it airs. But I want people to know before then, any questions, any products, because we do promote a lot of businesses. We do support people in the community. So just let us know. We'll definitely give you the proper shout out.
I mean, and that's basically what I was gonna say. I guess we're twins, so he did it for me. But I was gonna say, I was going to, open the door for people who want to have products or businesses who want to promote or come on and talk about it to do that, because I really want to open doors. Because the one thing that no one noticed is me and him were the last ones to start putting guests on our show, because we were working during the pandemic, so you couldn't have guests. So when we start seeing guests, we're like, hold on, Proof got a guest. Oh, I'm about to knock all this over. Hold on. So now we're opening the doors. We're doing more. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to get out there. If you want to come to the show or feature a product or get us to market or promote, hit us up and talk to us.
All right. Well, shoot. Factorz comes on. What's today? Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. right here on Converge Media. Everywhere you watch Converge, make sure you guys tap in for that.